Redistricting has been a big story on the national level, and today the San Diego County supervisors will look at redistricting on a local level here in the county. And one of the architects of the local redistricting plan is Steve Danon. Steve generated the original board letter to establish an independent citizens redistricting commission for the county. Steve, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you again this morning.
Tom, thank you very much.
Talk about this, because this is an independent commission who is looking into establishing the lines rather than the supervisors themselves establishing the redistricting lines for their own seats.
Correct. Supervisor Cox is the one who's bringing this proposal over. Every 10 years following the federal census, the Board of Supervisors is directed through the charter and through state law to draw their own lines. There is an inherent conflict of interest when supervisors, or anybody for that matter, to draw their own lines to help them get reelected. What this proposal does, it creates an independent body to draw these lines. In 2008, the voters of California passed Proposition 11. Proposition 11 allowed an independent commission, a citizens commission, to draw lines for the state assembly, congressional, state senate, and board of equalization. The city of San Diego already has an independent commission. What Greg Cox's proposal does is a good government. It creates an independent commission so that there's a level playing field. Voters should elect their county supervisors rather than county supervisors selecting their voters, and this is a good move for good government.
And that proposition did not touch on the county level. So at this point, the supervisors themselves can, if they choose not to vote today, still draw their own lines.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So in a sense, they're still in charge. They could say no to this independent commission.
They could, but the tide is changing. There's been a lot of public outcry. I was one of many that was advocating this good government reform. The fact that Supervisor Greg Cox is championing this says a lot about him. The districts in this community is changing, and people are crying for more independence. What this proposal will do, it will ensure accountability, transparency, and restore public trust in government.
Why the need for redistricting? A lot of people don't understand, there's population shifts and things like that, but how does that play into the need for drawing new lines for the county?
Well, for a representative democracy, population shifts from region to region. But we want to make sure, for example, there are more than 3 million residents in the county of San Diego. The San Diego County is larger than 20 states in the union. A lot of people don't realize that. So what it makes sure is that each district is fairly representative, and that it's also, we have a very diverse community. So it ensures that the diversity interests are represented as well.
Okay, so you got the populations need to stay the same, the number of people living in each district, and then also that the demographics of that
Correct.
Population are equal as much as they can be.
As much as they can be, absolutely. Again, what Supervisor Cox's proposal does today, it kind of creates more of a level playing field, and it takes away that inherent conflict of interest that's there.
Okay, Supervisor Cox obviously in support of this. Who else on the Board of Supervisors might be in support of this?
Well, Supervisor Pam Slater-Price has mentioned publicly that she would support this proposal. This proposal will be before the Board of Supervisors today around 10 o'clock a.m., and hopefully all you need is 3 votes to get this thing passed, and it looks pretty positive.
The population in the county has been growing over the years, obviously much larger than it was 20, 30 years ago. Will we eventually see another supervisor added to the board?
Oh, I don't think so. I think the public does not want more government. I think they'll stick at the number of 5.
Okay, that's good enough right now. All right,